कुड़ी को जाके फोटो खिंचाते
For those of you who want to get their books, the copy of the book. Please do take your seats. There will be ample time for photo sessions later on. Please take your seats.
We need an announcement made.
Hello. Can we please settle down? The next session is beginning right now. We will have both Manisha and Shabana there for you after the sessions are over. Please settle down. There will be book signings after the session is over in the library. Please settle down so the next session can begin. Can people around the stage please go away? There will be ample time for photographs. Please go away. Please settle down, everybody. Please move. Please take it later. Just settle down. Please settle down. This can all happen later. Please, आप बैठ जाइए, मैं ढूंढता हूँ जिसे वो जहां नहीं मिलता, नई जमीन नया आसमान नहीं मिलता। मैं ढूंढता हूँ जिसे वो जहां नहीं मिलता, नई जमीन नया आसमान नहीं मिलता। These verses are the thoughts of a man who rises above the small self and constantly thinks about others, their grief, their pain, and their welfare. A man who has a vision for a better world and who thirsts for a solution to the petty strife and conflict that humans are immersed in. Syed Akhtar Hussain Rizvi, or Kaifi Azmi as everyone knows him, was a progressive thinker and poet who will also be remembered for the fine Urdu literature that he brought to popular Hindi films. His emotionally intense poetry is often around the creation of a just social order and full of empathy for the disadvantaged and marginalized sections of society. I invite on stage his daughter, the famous and talented Shabana Azmi, who still stands out as one actress who chose to portray a variety of very iconoclastic roles in socially relevant, meaningful films. Her roles in Ankur, Paar, Mandi, Arth are among many others will be always remembered as path-breaking ones. Shabana, who has imbibed many of her father's lofty ideals, is going to share her insights and perspectives on Kaifi Azmi. This session marks the Kasoli launch of Kaifi Azmi Poems and Nazm, edited and co-translated by Shudip Sen. I invite Shudip Sen on the stage. Please come on the stage. Also, Saif Mahmood, who will moderate the conversation and readings from the books. I'm going to ask Shabana now to inaugurate this book, to release this book by Shudip Sen, Kaifi Azmi.
Before you say anything, मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि ये जो मध्यम से तालियां बजी थी वो शायद इसलिए कि आज तक मैं इस गलतफहमी में थी कि जावेद अख्तर ने मेरे लिए वो गाना लिखा है, लेकिन रानी ने पोल खोल दी और वो मनीषा के हक में चला गया। तो मेरी वैसी ऐसी की तैसी होगी तो हाँ जाहिर है कि आपके जो तालियां हैं उसमें गूंज भी नहीं होगी. थैंक यू वेरी मच. नाइस वे टू steal my thunder, Manisha. Thank you.
Just for that, a double applause to her.
उर्दू के दो लफ्ज हैं, जुमूद और इंतशार. जुमूद इज अ डेडलॉक, काम, स्टिलनेस, और इंतशार उसका बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट, केओस, एनार्की. कैफी साहब ने फरमाया था कि कभी जुमूद कभी इंतशार सा है, कभी जुमूद कभी इंतशार सा है, जहां को अपनी तबाही का इंतजार सा है. और जिसे पुकारिए मिलता है एक खंडर से जवाब, जिसे पुकारिए मिलता है एक खंडर से जवाब, जिसे भी देखिए माजी के इश्तिहार सा है. और कोई तो सूद चुकाए, कोई तो जिम्मा ले, कोई तो सूद चुकाए, कोई तो जिम्मा ले उस इनकलाब का जो आज तक उधार सा है. Ladies and gentlemen, Khawatine and Hazrat, today we have gathered here to celebrate 100 years of the legend, the magician we know as Kaifi Azmi, the author of these very evocative lines. मीर का शेर है शबाना जी की वो, मत सहल हमें जानो, डोंट कंसिडर मी एन ईजी फाइंड. मत सहल हमें जानो, फिरता है फलक बरसों, तब खाक के पर्दे से इंसान निकलते हैं. कैफी साहब एक ऐसे ही इंसान थे. The people like Kaifi are born just once. And we are delighted and absolutely honored to have with us today another legend in her own lifetime to talk about her father, शबाना जी. ऐसे देखिए, कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं जिनको विरासत में स्कॉलरशिप और एरुडिशन और आइडियल्स तो मिलते हैं, जैसा आपने भी अभी फरमाया, लेकिन इनको विरासत में उसके अलावा जो है मोहब्बत भी मिली है. और जैसा कि जिगर साहब कह रहे थे कि इश्क में कामयाब, शबाना जी के लिए मैं कह रहा हूं कि इश्क में कामयाब हैं हम लोग, आफताब महताब हैं हम लोग. इश्क में कामयाब हैं हम लोग, आफताब महताब हैं हम लोग. हम पे नाजिल हुआ है सफीना-ए इश्क, ऑन अस हैज डिसेंडेड द टेस्टिमनी ऑफ लव. हम पे नाजिल हुआ है सफीना-ए इश्क, साहिबाने किताब हैं हम लोग. वी आर द पीपल ऑफ द बुक. आई एम सो सॉरी. तो इस किताब पर भी बात करेंगे, बट बिफोर आई आस्क यू शुदीप अबाउट द बुक, मैं पहले शबाना जी से एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं ताकि एक पर्सपेक्टिव, एक ब्रॉड ओवरव्यू हम लोगों को मिल जाए. आपका बचपन एक बहुत ही अनकन्वेंशनल चाइल्डहुड था. योर पेरेंट्स वर वेरी अनकन्वेंशनल, बोथ ऑफ देम वर कार्ड होल्डर्स ऑफ द कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी.
Not my mother.
योर मदर वाज नॉट. लेकिन वालिद साहब आपके और पेरेंट्स से बिल्कुल मुख्तलिफ, सफेद कुर्ता पैजामा चौड़े पांचे का पहने हुए, और वो सब कुछ वो किया करते थे जो यूजुअली बच्चों के पेरेंट्स उस जमाने में नहीं करते थे. तो आप मुझे ये बताइए कि हाउ वाज दिस अनकन्वेंशनल चाइल्डहुड फॉर यू, और किस तरह से वो बचपन आपका गुजरा.
आपके इस सवाल का जवाब देने से पहले फर्स्ट आई वुड लाइक टू से अ बिग थैंक यू टू राहुल एंड टू नीलूफर फॉर इनवाइटिंग अस to release our book here. This is the 100th birth centenary of my father, Kaifi Azmi, and we have had many programs in his honor all over the world. But for me, this is particularly important because Rahul is doing for Khushwant what I am in my small way doing for Kaifi, and that's why it was very important for us to be here today. Kaifi was always different. He, to my young mind, a poet was a euphemism for somebody who does no work. Because I never saw him going to office, I never saw him wearing a tie and suit and go to office. वो तो बस बैठ के कुछ लिखते रहते थे. So I used to think कि actually शायर का मतलब है जो कोई काम काज नहीं करता. Till the age of 9, I was living in a communist party commune in Bombay. So we had 8 small rooms for one family each, and 8 families used to share one toilet and one bathroom. All the money that my father used to earn would be given to the Communist Party, and he would get only 40 rupees a month. So obviously when the children came, my mother, who had come from a fairly affluent family as compared to his had to start working, and then she became, she started with becoming a radio announcer with Vivid Bharati, and then she joined Prithvi Theatre and IPTA and started working in theatre. So my childhood was unconventional in every way, because we talk so much about gender empowerment as a necessity today, but it was something that I took for granted in my house, because the roles would be reversed depending on who is working. So if my mother was working and she was touring, it was my father who would make my plats however badly and take me to school. And when Abba was away and he was underground, he was arrested because of his political thing, it was mother who played the father of the house. So in my head, things like social justice, things like gender equality, things like, most of all, India's pluralism and her composite culture was something that I took absolutely for granted. And it was only much later when we came out of the commune and then when I started working in movies that I realized that in fact gender equality is an exception rather than the rule.
Thank you very much. Is it true that for a very long time, you didn't take your parents to any parent-teacher meetings?
अब यहाँ पोल खोल दिए। असल में Queen Mary's, the school that I went to, required by law that parents should know English. Neither my father nor my mother knew English. So Sultana Jafri, Sardar Jafri's wife, pretended to be my mother, and Munish Narayan Saxena pretended to be my father, and that's how I tricked my way into school. Now, many years later, my vice principal, who was also the Hindi teacher, said, Shabana, I went for a mushaira yesterday, and the man who was reciting as Kaifi Azmi looked very different from the person who comes to your parents' day. So I just gulped and I said, you know, he's been suffering from typhoid and he's been very ill, and made up some story and said, don't you dare ever come near my school. That was the way I faked my entry to school.
Shruti, you have opened this book with Kaifi Saab's iconic poem, Aurat, Ut Meri Jaan Mere Saath Hi Chalna Hai Tujhe. And you have also explained why this poem is special for you. He says in his introduction that this was his initiation into Kaifi's world, because his mother would recite Aurat when he was a child at Durga Puja celebrations in Delhi. Now, please tell me, this is as basic as this question may sound, why did an English poet like you choose to translate Kaifi?
You know, the actual thing is, poetry doesn't have any linguistic boundaries. Poetry emanates from a very, very different space. Poetry emanates from the soul, and when the soul and the mind marry, you get the best words out. So it had nothing to do with me being an English poet or Kaifi Saab being an Urdu poet. It is the poetry that spoke to me, thanks to another aurat in my life, which is my mother, who silenced all the men in my family when she just stormed in and, you know, recited Ut Meri Jaan, and then everybody was stunned into silence. I was only in class 10 then, and I feel just so grateful that she did it. And then it was a labor of love, really, and then eventually the book happened because it's part of the celebration, and there are several projects that have already borne fruit, and some are still going to bear fruit. And I was very lucky and honored to be part of it, really. It was just so easy in that sense.
शबाना जी, ये बहुत ही जबरदस्त और बहुत ही आइकॉनिक नज्म है कैफी साहब की औरत। क्या मैं आपसे दरख्वास्त कर सकता हूं कि आप उसकी कुछ पोर्शन जो है वो हम लोगों को सुनाएं?
जी जरूर. It's also very important because this is the poem that my mother heard my father recite, and decided she was the aurat for whom this poem was written, and she was going to marry him and nobody else. She decided before he did.
Just like you decided that Javed Saab wrote that for you and not for him.
Yeah, but now I don't know whether she got to learn the truth. So why this poem is also very important, like you said, it is an iconic poem. 70 years later, it still remains relevant. It was written at a time when it was normally believed that the woman's work was to stay in the home, look after the kitchen and the children, while the man goes out and struggles for life. And at that time, he was a very young man then. He said, "Uski kuch hisse main aapko sunaungi. उठ मेरी जान मेरे साथ ही चलना है तुझे. जिंदगी जहद में है सब्र के काबू में नहीं. नब्ज़े हस्ती का लहू कांपते आंसू में नहीं. उड़ने खुलने में है निखत हमें गेसू में नहीं. जन्नत एक और है जो मर्द के पहलू में नहीं. उसकी आजाद रविश पर भी न चलना है तुझे. उठ मेरी जान मेरे साथ ही चलना है तुझे. कद्र अब तक तेरी तारीफ में जानी ही नहीं. कद्र अब तक तेरी तारीफ में जानी ही नहीं. तुझ में शोले भी हैं बस अश्विशानी ही नहीं. तू हकीकत भी है दिलचस्प कहानी ही नहीं. तेरी हस्ती भी है एक चीज जवानी ही नहीं. अपनी तारीख का उन्वान बदलना है तुझे. उठ मेरी जान मेरे साथ ही चलना है.
वाह वाह, शुक्रिया. तो इस बारे में आपसे एक सवाल ये भी पूछना चाहता हूँ. जब कैफी साहब ने ये नज़्म लिखी है, that was the peak of the progressive writers movement, and a lot of other progressive writers also did write similar poetry, like मजाज कि तेरे माथे पे ये आंचल बहुत ही खूब है, लेकिन तू इस आंचल से एक परचम बना लेती तो अच्छा था. या साहिर ने भी इस तरह की बातें करी. लेकिन मेरा ये ख्याल है, मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप इससे मुत्तफिक होंगी, कि कैफी साहब शायद वो वाहिद प्रोग्रेसिव राइटर थे जिनकी जिंदगी में भी वो फेमिनिज्म वैसे तरह से ही नुमाया था. बिकॉज द women in his family, in his immediate family, were also very powerful, very liberal women. His wife or his daughter. So please do tell us something about this whole concept of women liberalism and feminism that Kaifi Saab had, and how he exhibited it at home.
Well, first I have to tell you that when my brother got married, he told his wife, who was 10 years younger than him, Tanvi, who was a very fine actress, he said, "See, my dear girl, you are free to do whatever you want. Just keep away from two women. One is my mother and the other is my sister." They have all these wrong ideas of equality and stuff like that. उनसे दूर रहो, बाकी का सब ठीक है. क्योंकि जैसा आपने कहा, हमारे लिए एक जैसा होना, उस no thought was ever given to it. It was just a given. The people around the house were exactly like that. I mean, whether it was Sultana Jafri, most of the progressive writers, in fact, you were finding that it was the women who were supporting the men because they were out in the field and working. So that is just ingrained. I mean, I cannot imagine a world where it can be otherwise, and how important it is, and what the notion of feminism is. I find it so strange today when people who make perfectly valid arguments say, "But I'm not a feminist." Arey bhai, why are you not a feminist? Why are you embarrassed about being a feminist? What does feminism mean? It means equality for both genders, equality starting from equality of opportunity. Surely that is the least that a good society should be able to offer. But in our country, which is basically a patriarchal country, in which a boy is privileged from his birth, has a sense of entitlement just because he's born a boy, and the girl is denied equal opportunity at every level, has to, when she finally manages to make a name for herself, work twice as hard to be recognized, twice as hard to work recognized half as much. This has to change. You cannot have a society in which there is this kind of inequality, because if we are pushing 50% of our population to walk as second-class citizens, we cannot, as a country, progress.
You know, I might just want to add something to this, because it's very similar in Bengali families as well, which is one of the resonances I find in this particular society. And it's a society which is well read. They are not loud, but they are forceful through their words. They are elegant and not brash, and that's the sort of space I come from, being part of a Bengali household where the woman, in fact, sometimes I felt was much more powerful than the man. That's because the equality was such that the woman almost felt more powerful, which is a beautiful thing. There are small moments in so many people's lives, and it's only now that I feel that, you know, things have become so much more regressive. It used to be a better world in many ways. Let's not even get into politics.
No, I want to ask you, Sudeep. This book is actually a compilation of 50 of Kaifi Saab's nazms, brought together by Sudeep, translated by various translators, including Sudeep himself. There is Hussain Mir Ali, there's Baidar Bakht, Shumantra Ghoshal, Pritish Nandi, and 11 poems have been translated by Sudeep himself. Now, Sudeep, the canvas of Kaifi Saab was very, very wide. And एक गालिब का शेर है कि खुलता किसी पे क्यों मेरे दिल का मामला शेरों के इंतखाब ने रुसवा किया मुझे. It is the selection of poetry that जिसने मुझे रुसवा किया है, my selection of poetry. How did you choose and how did you select the poems that you wanted to include in this, and more importantly, how did you decide to not include some?
So there are two answers to this question. One is, of course, many of the poems self-select themselves by virtue of being a certain kind of poem. The second is because it's been a sort of teamwork. There were other translators who were involved, and they all gave me a large canvas of what they had done. And so we sort of tabulated the entire thing, made sure that there are no overlaps, and then we chose the best translations from each one of them. And that's how sort of the book got together. You know, I want to also emphasize that, you know, we are just foot soldiers in the entire process. The main person is Kaifi Azmi and his poetry and his ideals. So there have been other people before me, Pritish Nandi, who was the first person who translated a clutch of poems, only 12, I think, 10 or 12 poems, and published a little chapbook called Poetry of Kaifi Azmi, which is well out of print. And I was very, very keen to resurrect that because, in a sense, also it links the story how I got into Kaifi Azmi later. Way back, I think, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago, I don't know how many years ago, I was at a High Commissioner's reception in Bangladesh, in Dhaka. And, you know, at some point, we were in the same party, and at some point we were next to each other. What do you say? What do you talk to Shabani Azmi about? It's certainly not about she being an actress or she being a film star. So my natural response was, actually, I really like your father's poetry. I thought that was the best opening line in retrospect. So I said, you know, I have this book. Can I just send it to you? And can you just get your dad to autograph it and send it back to me? Because for a young poet, a master, you know, these things are very, very, very valuable. So she then said, you know, actually, Sudeep, I don't have a copy of it. Could you give it to me? 20 years ago, I was much younger, probably not as confident. So I said, but I held my ground because she's a strong woman. I held my ground and said, you know what, I will make 2 photocopies for you because the original book is very dear to me. You can have 1 photocopy and then send the other photocopy with your dad's inscription, which is what happened. So that was that. I sent the 2 photocopies to a hotel reception. Many, many months and years passed, and suddenly I get this fabulous packet with the photocopies and the inscription, and not just inscription. Kaifi Saab, I of course sent my copy of my own book as well to Kaifi Saab. How can you not, as a writer? And he wrote such beautiful things about my poetry. I was just completely shell-shocked and melted into the earth. And that's a sort of a beautiful relationship that sort of, you know, is an ongoing relationship. And the other odd thing is I've never met the man live. It's old-fashioned epistolary technique through letters, through his poetry, which I've heard on the videos. And of course, my mother played a big part. My father and mother, they were both very fond of poetry. Bengali household, you know, we do all the things that are not important. Music, shairi, food, cinema, studies, business mein to ekdam zero hai hum log. So it's a relationship which was, I think, predestined in many ways.
चलिए, आपने तो कैफी साहब को नहीं देखा था, लेकिन मैं उन चंद खुशकिस्मत लोगों में से हूं जो यहाँ बैठे हैं जिन्होंने सिर्फ कैफी साहब को देखा नहीं था, पर न जाने कितनी बार शंकर शाद मुशायरे में आधी रात के बाद अपने माँ बाप नानी के साथ सिर्फ इस वजह से बैठे रहे कि अभी कैफी साहब पढ़ेंगे. और क्या जबरदस्त औरा होता था जब वो पढ़ते थे. तो वो आने वाली नस्लें तुम पर फख्र करेंगी हम असरो, जब उनको ये ध्यान आएगा तुमने फिराक को देखा था, तो फिराक को तो नहीं, कैफी को मैंने जरूर देखा था। शबाना जी, हम लोग क्योंकि कसौली में बैठे हुए हैं और एक निहायत ही खूबसूरत, बहुत ही इवोकेटिव, बहुत ही पिक्चरस्ट नज्म है कैफी साहब की, जो लगता है बिल्कुल जैसे कसौली के लिए ही लिखी गई हो, एक लम्हा। May I request you to recite that if you do? जी जी।
इससे पहले मुझे आपको एक किस्सा सुनाना पड़ेगा। दरअसल there was a ritual in my house. Having tea in the morning was a ritual between my parents, and my mother would get up early in the morning, have a bath, wear this crisp cotton sari. There was a हार सिंगार का पेड़ वहाँ, उसमें हार सिंगार के फूल लेके वो एक विकर की बास्केट में रखते थे, फिर अब्बा आके वहाँ बैठते थे, फिर वो ट्रॉली में आती थी ट्रे जिसके अंदर बहुत खूबसूरत सी टीकोजी लगी हुई थी, और फिर वो वक्त था सुबह का when it was the time that they spent with each other. Many things were discussed in that time. तो उस लम्हे को एक्चुअली उन्होंने किया है। तो मुझे ये बहुत अच्छी लगती है अब्बा की बात कि एक तरफ से वो इतनी रेवोल्यूशनरी और दूसरी तरफ से इतने रोमांटिक भी हैं। तो नज़्म का उन्वान है एक लम्हा। वो ऐसे ही लम्हों के बारे में है। जिंदगी नाम है कुछ लम्हों का, और उनमें भी वही एक लम्हा जिसमें दो बोलती आंखें चाय की प्याली से जब उठें तो दिल में डूबें, डूब के दिल में कहें आज तुम कुछ न कहो, आज मैं कुछ न कहूं। बस यूं ही बैठे रहें हाथ में हाथ लिए, गम की सौगात लिए, गर्मी जज्बात लिए, कौन जाने के इसी लम्हे में दूर पर्वत पे कहीं बर्फ पिघलने ही। वाह वाह वाह। ये इसकी आप ट्रांसलेशन सुनाओगे, लेकिन उससे पहले मैं एक बात कह दूं, मेरे भाई का जिक्र इसमें काफी बार आएगा। मेरी माँ इंतहाई बातूनी खातून है, शी इज वेरी टॉकेटिव, एंड अब्बा वाज गिवन टू लॉन्ग साइलेंसेस। सो माय ब्रदर सेज कि उनके साथ ये ख्वाहिश ही रह गई कि कोई ऐसा लम्हा हो जिसमें उनकी बीवी आज तुम कुछ ना कहो, तो उन्होंने ये इसलिए नज्म लिखी, मगर वो उनकी नज्म, उनकी जो जज्बात है वो कभी पूरे नहीं हुए। That's why he wrote it. आज तुम कुछ ना कहो।
ये लेकिन मेरे ख्याल से कुछ खानदानी मामला लगता है मुझे, क्योंकि एक बार मुझे अच्छी तरह याद है कि जावेद साहब और आप दोनों एक सेशन में थे और किसी ने ऑडियंस में से इनसे ये पूछ लिया कि क्या जावेद साहब घर पे भी ऐसे ही रोमांटिक हैं, तो उन्होंने कहा कि उनसे ज्यादा अनरोमांटिक शख्स मैंने नहीं देखा। तो जावेद साहब ने फौरन ये जवाब दिया कि भाई ये तो बिल्कुल वैसी ही बात है कि कोई शख्स सर्कस में काम करता हो तो घर पे भी हर वक्त उल्टा लटका रहे।
No, I'm very, very glad that this comic moment has arrived, because the poem is actually so beautifully crafted and so innocent, very serious, of course. So when you translate poetry, and that's where I say if your question about being an English poet, to me, any poem in translation, the end result really for me, as far as I'm concerned, should be a good English poem. You know. Without that, without the rust, without the cadence and the texture of the poem will fail. And many translations have been done before. The content has been good, but the lyricism is missing. So I strove very, very hard to keep the exact meter and the exact wazn, the weight of every word and phrase. One moment. What we call life is just a few moments. And within that one moment, when a pair of expressive eyes look up from a teacup and drown in the heart, drowning, say, today you should keep your silence. Today I will keep mine. Let us just sit hand in hand with our mutual gift of grief, with our shared heat of emotions. Who knows, in this moment, on some distant mountain, the snow might start to melt.
Thank you very much. And this, you're right, absolutely, that this actually looks or reads like a perfect poem in English. Sudeep has said, in fact, I actually reviewed this book, Shabana ji, in today's Dhaka Tribune this morning. And Sudeep says in his introduction that his litmus test was that the end result, the product must in itself be a good English poem.
You know, I think that was what attracted me most to Sudeep translations, because this is what he said. And you know, it's famously said about translating poetry is like pouring perfume from one bottle into another. Some of the fragrance is bound to get lost. So how do you make this, how do you make it as rich for an audience that doesn't know the original language? Not only should it translate, but it should use idioms within the language that you are now translating, so it stands on its own as a poem in that. That I think he has done very successfully.
Actually translating from one culture
to another culture. One culture, absolutely.
And let us just read a couple of other poems and translations.
Yeah.
And then I have a question to ask Shabana ji. Should we? एक बोसा मैं पढ़ देता हूँ इसका जो ओरिजिनल उर्दू जो है इसकी, और I'll ask Sudeep to read his translation. नज़्म का उन्वान है एक बोसा. जब भी चूम लेता हूँ इन हसीन आंखों को, 100 चिराग अंधेरे में झिलमिलाने लगते हैं. फूल क्या, शगुफे क्या, चांद क्या, सितारे क्या, सब रकीब कदमों पर सर झुकाने लगते हैं. रक्स करने लगती हैं मूर्तें अजंता की, रक्स करने लगती हैं मूर्तें अजंता की. मुद्दतों के लब बस्ता गार गाने लगते हैं, और फूल खिलने लगते हैं उजड़े उजड़े गुलशन में. फूल खिलने लगते हैं उजड़े उजड़े गुलशन में. प्यासी प्यासी धरती पर अब्र छाने लगते हैं. लम्हे भर को ये दुनिया जुल्म छोड़ देती है, लम्हे भर को ये दुनिया जुल्म छोड़ देती है. लम्हे भर को सब पत्थर मुस्कुराने लगते हैं. जब भी चूम लेता हूं इन हसीन आंखों को, 100 चिराग अंधेरे में झिलमिलाने लगते हैं.
One kiss. The moment I kiss these beautiful eyes, 100 lamps in the darkness glow, glitter. What flowers, what buds, what moon, what stars. All my rivals bow at your feet, head lowered. They begin their dance, the idols of Ajanta, as the long close-lipped caves start to sing. Flowers bloom in unkempt, wilted gardens on the thirst-wrenched earth. Clouds collect, hover. Momentarily, the world relinquishes cruelty. Momentarily, all stones start to smile.
वाह.
ये खासियत है कैफी की कि देखिए एक रोमांटिक पोएम में भी फाइनली कुछ ऐसी बात कह जाएंगे जो यूनिवर्सल हो जाएगी और जिसका कोई सोशल इम्पैक्ट की बात होती है. दैट आई फाइंड वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग इन हिज पोएट्री.
तो अब ये जैसे ये इन्होंने तर्जुमा भी जो किया है, आप ये देखें, जब भी चूम लेता हूं इन हसीन आंखों को, 100 चिराग अंधेरे में झिलमिलाने लगते हैं. तो झिलमिलाना in Urdu could simply be translated as glitter, but Sudeep uses glow glitter. And in doing that, he not only captures what Kaifi Saab had to say, the spirit of Kaifi, but also keeps up to his promise of, producing a good English poem.
No, there's also an obsession because I want the Jhilmilana to have the same syntactical weight and the beat. So Jhilmilana, ja. And I was trying very hard to think of what can be ja. So GG, I wanted to use GG. And that's why I say glow glitter.
Also ujde.
Compound, yes.
Ujde, he translates it as unkempt wilted gardens. अब सिर्फ wilted में या सिर्फ unkempt में जो है वो spirit आ ही नहीं सकती जो उजड़े में है. So unkempt wilted gardens. Can we read one more, Sudeep?
Yeah.
Which one do you want? Maheshwari? या दूसरा तूफान?
Your favorite.
तो आप पढ़ दीजिए शबाना जी मकान.
Makan is a very important poem. Above, when he was working with laborers in Bombay, he writes a poem about the irony of the construction worker who, with his blood and sweat, builds this beautiful building akin to a palace. And then when that building is made, then a security guard is installed at the gate, and the very man who with his sweat and labor has built that building is not allowed to go into that very place. Now, this was the beginning of my work with slums. I work in an organization called Nivara Haq and got involved with the slum dwellers there. And this poem has always been very inspiring one for me. क्योंकि इसमें when Kathy says कोई खिड़की इसी दीवार में खुल जाएगी, तो वो सिर्फ इसी की बात की नहीं है, but it's a खिड़की जो कि injustice के खिलाफ, गैर बराबरी के खिलाफ, गुर्बत के खिलाफ, इन सब के खिलाफ बढ़ने की ये बात है। आज की रात बहुत गर्म हवा चलती है, आज की रात बहुत गर्म हवा चलती है, आज की रात न फुटपाथ पे नींद आएगी, सब उठो मैं भी उठूं, तुम भी उठो तुम भी उठो, कोई खिड़की इसी दीवार में खुल जाएगी। ये जमीन तब भी निगल लेने पे आमादा थी, पांव जब टूटती शाखों से उतारे हमने, इन मकानों को खबर है न मकीनों को खबर, उन दिनों की जो गुफाओं में गुजारे हमने। हाथ ढलते गए सांची में तो थकते कैसे, नक्श के बाद नए नक्श निखारे हमने, कि ये दीवार बुलंद और बुलंद और बुलंद, बामुदर और जरा और संवारे हमने। आंधियां तोड़ लिया करती थी शमों की लबें, जड़ दिए इसलिए बिजली के सितारे हमने। बन गया कसर तो पहरे पे कोई बैठ गया, when the अच्छा he's going to do the translation. बन गया कसर तो पहरे पे कोई बैठ गया, सो रहे ख्वाब पे हम शोरिश तामीर लिए, अपनी नस नस में लिए मेहनत पहम की थकन, बंद आंखों में इसी कसर की तस्वीर लिए। दिन पिघलता है इसी तरह सरों पर अब तक, रात आंखों में खटकती है सिया तीर लिए। आज की रात बहुत गर्म हवा चलती है, आज की रात न फुटपाथ पे नींद आएगी, सब उठो मैं भी उठूं तुम भी उठो तुम भी उठो, कोई खिड़की इसी दीवार में खुल जाएगी।
This has been translated by a colleague and a wonderful filmmaker, Shumantro Ghoshal, who's made this exquisite film on Kaifi Azmi. It's a 1.5-hour film called Kaifiyat and Kaifinama. It's been winning some awards now lately, I think. Yeah. So internationally. So when we had the launch in BAFTA in London, we had this film screen. Also the Delhi launch had the film screening. And of course, we can't all travel together, unfortunately. Otherwise, it'll be such a great party. It's a band of brothers and sisters. I wish we could just travel together everywhere. So this is his translations. And in fact, I got a WhatsApp message yesterday that he's so meticulous, and I really like that man. I've had a lovely evening with him on the Delhi launch. And he said, Shudip, I'm looking at these translations and isme bahut sare galtiyan hain. So can I, when we go to the second edition, can we fix it? I said, of course you can. But it just shows the humility, in a sense, that he's still willing to, when he revisits a poem, can tinker. And the best level of editing happens not by changing big lines or big phrases. You change a semicolon into a comma. And the breath pause changes. A comma is a half pause. A full stop is a full pause. A semicolon is a quarter stop. Think of it in music. You have the octaves and so on. So it's wonderful working together. So this is his translation. And he reads it very beautifully too. But I think I'll try and read it better. He read it very beautifully that evening. Building. It is a hot wind that blows tonight. Sleep will not come tonight on the footpath. Let us rise, me and you as well. In this brick space, a window will surely open. The earth was bent on consuming us even then, even as we descended from the broken branches above. What would these buildings know? What would these inhabitants know of our time spent in caves? There can be no let in our toil, no tiring as we labor to leave newer and better imprints. Each wall made stronger, stronger still, and everywhere the mark of our skill. When the storm put out our lamps, we plucked electricity from the starry skies. Our work done, the palace built, the guards move in. We sleep in the dust still. The sounds of construction are lullabies. Fatigue throbs in every wing. The palace loosened even in those shut eyes. The days meld into each other, night a black arrow that finds its mark, and everywhere the unending dark. It is a hot wind that blows tonight. Sleep will not come tonight on the footpath. Let us rise, me and you as well. In this brick space, a window will surely open.
कैफी साहब कैनवस was so wide. आपने दो नज़में अभी सुनी हैं, एक के बाद एक. Such a wide canvas. जब वो रोमांटिक शायरी कर रहे होते थे तो वो बिल्कुल इस बात को भूल जाते थे कि वो इस कदर जबरदस्त प्रोटेस्ट पोएट हैं. इतनी जबरदस्त डिसेंट की शायरी भी की है उन्होंने, एहतजाज की शायरी जिसको कहा जाता है. आप खुद ही देखिए कि कहाँ तो, और फिर फिल्मी शायरी भी थी, और कहाँ तो ये है कि एक तरफ की बस एक झिझक है यही हाल दिल सुनाने में, बस एक झिझक है यही हाल दिल सुनाने में कि तेरा नाम भी आएगा इस फसाने में, तेरा जिक्र भी आएगा इस फसाने में. और दूसरी तरफ ये भी है कि जब अयोध्या से क्या जबरदस्त नज़्म लिखी है, उसमें उसका जो आखिरी बंद है वो मैं सुनाई देता हूं आपको कि नशाए दीवानगी आंगन में जब देखा होगा, 6 दिसंबर को श्री राम ने सोचा होगा इतने दीवाने कहां से मेरे घर में आए. राजधानी की फिजा आई नहीं रास मुझे.
पूरा पढ़िए, आप उसके साथ बहुत ज्यादती कर रहे हैं.
आप पढ़ते हैं.
दूसरा बनवास असल में ये जब अयोध्या का एजिटेशन हो रहा था तो अब्बा मार्च पे गए थे और वहाँ कुछ लोगों ने उस एजिटेशन में उन पर पत्थर फेंके. तो what I like very much about this poem is that he takes mythology, twists it around to change its meaning completely. And what he is saying in the poem is that this demolition of the masjid is not against humanity, it's against Ram, because you have destroyed Ram, who was the epitome of love. तो वो कहते हैं, do you have it with you? दूसरी बनवास का शुरू कैसे होता है? 59 में. You have it. राम बनवास से जब लौट के घर में आए, याद जंगल बहुत आया जो नगर में आए. राम बनवास से जब लौट के घर में आए, याद जंगल बहुत आया जो नगर में आए. रक्त से दीवानगी आंगन में जो देखा होगा, 6 दिसंबर को श्री राम ने सोचा होगा इतने दीवाने कहाँ से मेरे घर में आए. जगमगाते थे जहाँ राम के कदमों के निशान, प्यार की कहकशा लेती थी अंगड़ाई जहां, मोड़ नफरत के उसी राह गुजर में आए. धर्म क्या उनका था, क्या जात थी ये जानता कौन. घर न जलता तो उन्हें रात में पहचानता कौन. घर जलाने को मेरा लोग जो घर में आए. शाकाहारी थे मेरे दोस्त तुम्हारे खंजर, तुमने बाबर की तरफ फेंके थे सारे पत्थर. है मेरे सर की खता जख्म जो सर में आए. अब ये आप देखिए, पांव सरजू में अभी राम ने धोए भी न थे. पांव सरजू में अभी राम ने धोए भी न थे कि नजर आए वहां खून के गहरे धब्बे. पांव धोए बिना सरजू के किनारे से उठे, राम ये कहते हुए अपने द्वारे से उठे, राजधानी की फिजा आई नहीं रास मुझे, 6 दिसंबर को मिला दूसरा बनवास मुझे।
दूसरा बनवास ही नाम भी है।
So very deeply moving.
तो ये बताएं शबाना जी कि tell us something about his process of writing. कोई डिसिप्लिन था क्या घर में, या कोई ऐसा वक्त था जब लिखा करते थे कहीं बैठ के, या हर वक्त जो है कुछ ना कुछ कोई आमद होती थी ऊपर से?
I always saw him either writing or reading. He was always with a book. But what is very nice about him, there was nothing precious about it. You know, because I've seen that a lot of writers, everybody says, oh, he's writing, everything should be silent, don't disturb him. He would keep his study door open, life would be continuing over his head. I would walk in at any time to his room and ask the most foolish question, and he would put his pen down and always give me a very patient answer. I had total access to him always. शोर मचाते थे, कुछ भी करते थे, रेडियो चलता रहता था, लेकिन वो लिखते थे। हाँ, ये जरूर होता था कि जब उनको फिल्म का गाना लिखना था, तो जब उनके सर पे आ जाता था, जब जाके वो लिखते थे। फॉर इंस्टेंस, इफ ही हैज टू गिव अ सॉन्ग टुमारो, today he will start cleaning his drawers, and then he will start writing many letters that he has not replied to for 18 months. Now suddenly it becomes most important that he has to do it now. But actually the whole process is happening while he is doing this thing. I'll tell you something very interesting that he said about writing songs. वही जगह कहते हैं कि हिंदी फिल्मों में ये बहुत अजीब बात होती है कि पहले धुन बनती है और उसके बाद लफ्ज लिखे जाते हैं। ये बिल्कुल ऐसा है कि पहले आपने कब्र खोद दी और उसके बाद उसमें मुर्दा काट दिया, तो कभी मुर्दे के पांव बाहर निकल आते हैं, कभी पैर। होना तो ये चाहिए कि लफ्ज आप पहले लिखे और उसके बाद म्यूजिक होना चाहिए। But that was its own discipline, something that happened. There was nothing precious about it.
I want to just take you back to the translations, just one more translation, and then I will perhaps ask both of you to recite something as a tribute to Kaifi Saab before we take questions, and I want to recite one too. Shruti, what about दो रातें? दो रातें इस पेज 171 जी, वो मैं 171 आप पढ़ेंगे क्या? जी।
मेरे ग्रैंडफादर ने मेरी मम्मी को उनकी बहुत ड्रामेटिक लव स्टोरी है, ओके। और एक बार ऐसा आया कि अब्बा ने मेरी मम्मी को अपने खून से खत लिखा, तो वो खत लेकर बस मम्मी चली गई और उन्होंने कहा चाहे कुछ हो जाए मैं सिर्फ इसी आदमी से शादी करूंगी, वरना किसी से भी नहीं। और वो खून से लिखा हुआ खत अब्बा को दिखा दिया, अब्बा जान को दिखा दिया। तो अब्बा जान ने उसको देखा और फिर कहा, मेरे नाना ने, कि बेटे ये शायर बड़े रोमांटिक होते हैं, ये जो है आपको लिखेंगे कि मैं पत्थरों से अपना सर फोड़ा हूँ और मैं अपने खून से खत लिख रहा हूँ, हालांकि ये बकरी के खून से ये खत लिख रहे होंगे, इसको इतना सीरियसली लेना नहीं चाहिए। उसके बाद फिर मेरी मम्मी ने बहुत बाद में मुझे बोला कि देखो तुम शायर के चक्कर में मत फंसना, किसी से भी शादी कर लेना, ये जो है ना तुमको इतना उलझा देंगे, इतनी खूबसूरत बातें कह के, और उनकी करनी और कहनी में बहुत फर्क होता है। तो दो रातें ऐसी ये खूबसूरत सी नज्म है। उलझे उलझे हुए जज्बात न पूछ, सहमी सहमी सी इनायात न पूछ, बार बार उसका करम फरमाना, चुपके सरे बाली आना, जाने क्या क्या वो मुझे समझाना, और फिर आप ही शर्मा जाना, मुख्तसर कितनी थी वो रात न पूछ, आहा ममनून असर हो कि न हो, देखिए रात बसर हो कि न हो, अब्र उजड़े हुए मंडलाए हुए, तौर सहमे हुए घबराए हुए, अश्क रुखसार पे कुछ आए हुए और कुछ पलकों पे थर्राए हुए, अब खुदा जाने सहर हो कि ना।
वाह वाह।
This was a real challenge because there were so many compound phrases, and we will talk about it after the reading perhaps. 2 nights. Jumbled, confused emotions, ask not about them. Scared, frightened favors, ask not for them. Again and again her benevolence timidly, furtively arriving at my bed, wanting to explain to me who knows what all, and then being overcome by shyness. How fleeting the night was, do not ask. Let us see whether or not my sighs bear fruit. Let us see whether or not this night will pass. Scattered clouds hang aimlessly. Her manner is subdued and scared. A few tears have appeared on her cheek, and a few balanced on her lashes. Now God knows whether or not morning will come.
अब ये तर्जुमा देखिए जरा आप. उलझे उलझे हुए जज्बात न पूछ, सहमी सहमी सी इनायात न पूछ. उलझे उलझे he translates as jumbled, confused emotions. सहमी सहमी, scared, frightened favors. सहमी सहमी सी. अंग्रेजी में तो उसके लिए कोई लफ्ज हो ही नहीं सकता सहमी सहमी के लिए. You know, Mark Twain had famously said that a good translator knows the difference between the right word and the absolutely right word. So I think Shudip knows that difference very well. And I must say I'm very surprised, by the way, to be very honest, as not undiplomatic as it may sound. I have known Shudip for a long time. I was very surprised that an English poet with an anglicized disposition like him and a Bengali upbringing would translate so sensitively from a language he doesn't speak in usually. So thank you very much, Shudip, for proving me wrong.
The reason I can prove you wrong is actually it's the Bengali upbringing.
Yeah.
So वही तो है ना, हिंदी बांग्ला उर्दू में फर्क क्या है?
जी.
चीज तो एक ही है ना.
जी.
अब जब अंग्रेजी बोल रहे हैं तो अच्छी तरह बोलना चाहिए. Better than the English, right? So that they learn a bit from us, the intonation, the inflections, the ascenders, the descenders. Because we have it in our languages. We have it in Urdu poetry, we have it in Farsi poetry, we have it in Hindi poetry and Bangla poetry. So in a sense, to me, it wasn't alien at all. It was very, very familiar.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but you were disappointed.
Actually, I am not.
Good.
Yeah. You read my review this morning.
Yes, he did a wonderful, wonderful review. It's come out in the Dhaka Tribune. I think this is our 70th piece on this book.
Oh wow!
It's amazing what's happening.
That speaks a lot about Kaifi Saab's wide reach and how attractive his poetry is across genres.
Sir, मुझे आप इजाज़त दीजिए. I think what we need to do is situate this whole discussion in the progressive writers and a time in India's history when artists sat down and made a manifesto in which they said art should be used as an instrument for social change. In today's day, where the market dictates everything, it is very important to remind ourselves of these people and all the richness that we have today because of them. And that's why in recognizing Kaifi, we recognize those times and we recognize those people and we remind ourselves कि इनके कहे रास्ते पे चलो.
और सभी साथ थे उसी वक्त. सरदार जाफरी, कैफी साहब, जज्बी, कितने तो आपका तो मेरे ख्याल से बचपन इन सबके साथ एक साथ जी. एक आखिरी नज्म जो है मैं पढ़ना चाह रहा हूँ. उसके बाद मैं आपसे दरखास्त करना चाहूंगा कि अभी तक तो आपने मेरी दरखास्त पे जो हमने कहा वो पढ़ दिया. एक आखिरी नज्म आप अपनी पसंद की भी पढ़ दीजिएगा सवालात के सिलसिला शुरू होने से पहले. और उससे पहले मैं एक नज्म पढ़ना चाहता हूँ. दिस इज माय फेवरेट नज्म ऑफ कैफी साहब. इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू हैव अ फेवरेट ऑफ कैफी साहब, लेकिन Kaifi Saab was a forward-looking man. He was a poet of hope. Like Faiz, he also believed in the promised day, वो दिन की जिसका वादा है जो लौहे अज़ल पे लिखा है. And he worked towards it, despite knowing, in the words of Shabana ji, कि वो उनकी जिंदगी में नहीं आने वाला है, लेकिन फिर भी उसके लिए वो काम करते रहे. अब ये एक नज़्म मैं सुना रहा हूँ. प्यार का जश्न. प्यार का जश्न नई तरह मनाना होगा. प्यार का जश्न नई तरह मनाना होगा. गम किसी दिल में सही, गम को मिटाना होगा. कांपते होठों पे पैमाने वफा, क्या कहना. तुझको लाई है यहां लग़्ज़िश पा, क्या कहना. मेरे घर पे तेरे मुखड़े की जिया, क्या कहना. आज हर घर का दिया मुझको जलाना होगा. प्यार का जश्न नई तरह मनाना होगा. रूह चेहरों पे धुआं देखकर शर्माती, रूह चेहरों पे धुआं देखकर शर्माती है, झेपी झेपी से मेरे लब पे हंसी आती है, तेरे मिलने की खुशी दर्द बनी जाती है, हमको हंसना है तो औरों को हंसाना होगा, प्यार का जश्न नई तरह मनाना होगा, और सोई सोई हुई आंखें, सोई सोई हुई आंखों में छलकते हुए जाम, खोई खोई हुई नजरों में मोहब्बत का पयाम, लबे शीरी पे मेरी तश्ना लबी का इनाम, जाने इनाम मिलेगा कि चुराना होगा, प्यार का जश्न नई तरह मनाना होगा। और आखिरी बंद तो बहुत ही खूबसूरत है कि मेरी गर्दन में तेरी संदली बाहों का ये हार, मेरी गर्दन में तेरी संदली बाहों का ये हार, अभी आंसू थे इन आंखों में अभी इतना खुमार, मेरी गर्दन में तेरी संदली बाहों का ये हार, अभी आंसू थे इन आंखों में अभी इतना खुमार, मैं ना कहता था मेरे घर में भी आएगी बहार, शर्त इतनी थी कि पहले तुझे आना हो, प्यार का जश्न नहीं करना।
Yeah, this is such a beautiful poem, but it's actually, you know, because the words have a air of lightness about it. You can be rest assured that it took a long time to edit and write the poem in a way, because there are lots of complexities syntactically and technically, lots of compound words which we'll talk about later. But I had to take a very crucial decision, because I thought of this poem as also a poem from the Baroque tradition. It was almost Italian to me. So I've seen a few other translations where the refrain is kya kehna, kya kehna, kya kehna, and kya kehna is 3 syllables. And other people have done it differently, but you don't get the rhythm. And I said, in Italy or in Spain, you say bravo, I say. Bravo, kya kehna, wah wah. So there's a sort of conflation and similar sort of tradition there. So therefore I chose bravo, I say. And it was controversial because I'd asked about 10 friends of mine, Urdu friends, kaun sa chahiye? And then we said, this has to go. Even if people hate it, this has to go because the spirit is important. Celebration of love. Celebration of love, we must rejoice in a new way. Sadness in my heart, this sadness mustn't stay. On trembling lips, a promise of fidelity. Bravo, I say. Your unsure feet, see where they've carried you. Bravo, I say. In my home, your face all lit up. Bravo, I say. In every home, I must light a lamp today. The soul shies away, seeing smoke masking every face. Bashfully abash, on my lips a laugh appears. Ecstasy of our meeting transforms into torment. If I were to laugh, we must help others to laugh. In your sleep eyes, chalice spills over. Your long, distracted glances contain missives of love. Thirst on my lips, your lips, my reward. Will I be rewarded, or will I have to steal it away? Around my neck, your arms, a sandalwood garland. A while back, these eyes, tearful, now intoxicated. Did I not say spring will enter my house too? The only condition, the first to enter, will be you.
Wow. Bravo, I say. Yes, but may I ask you to first recite something of
I
your
have,
own?
you know, so many of the poems and we've recited the. इसमें बहुत सुनाती गई. मैं एक बात जो मुझे कैफी से सीखने को मिली, वो he was always different. Like I told you, like you know, at the age of I think I was 7 or 9, I was in a convent school. I wanted like everybody else a fair doll with blonde hair and blue eyes, and he got me a black doll. and he said to me, 7-year-old me, that black is beautiful too. So at that time I said, hey, थोड़े से crack क्या मालूम होगा. These are how the seeds were. तो इन्होंने in 1973 he had a brain hemorrhage and a paralytic stroke that rendered his left leg and his left arm incapacitated for life. Now when most people would give up, he actually went back to Mijwa, the village in which he was born, and found a village that was completely frozen in time. There was absolutely no sign of progress. And in that condition, he decided that he was going to live in Mijwa and spend the rest of his life there. And to that avail, he founded an NGO with the women and the girl child at the center of that foundation, because he believed that if real progress is to come to India, we have to look towards our villages where 80% of the population lives. And he formed the Mijwa Welfare Society. And then he brought a lot of change in the village. It was such a tiny village that it didn't even have a pin code. And today Mijwa is known all over the world.
A model village.
Because yes, it's a model village. It's known all over the world. Manish Malhotra, the Bollywood designer, is getting all his embroidery done by these girls. It's changed the equation in the family. There's been a lot of development. But at one point, things were not going right. And me being impatient and young, and you know, when we are working for change, we just want, abhi humne kuch kiya aur 2 minute mein change nikal ke aa jaye. So I once asked him, don't you feel frustrated when change doesn't come at the pace you want it to? And he said something beautiful to me, and that is my mantra. And he said, Bete, when you're working for change, you should build into that expectation the possibility that change might not occur within your lifetime. And yet, you must believe that if you carry on working with total selflessness and with total dedication, then then change will come, even if it does so after you're gone. So where is the question of frustration? And that for me, because when you're talking about transformation cannot happen overnight. When you're talking about generational transformation, to have that ability, and what really strikes me is that he said there is a difference between patience and tolerance. कितनी बड़ी बात है, देखो कितनी बड़ी बात है. तो मैं ये शेयर करना चाहती हूँ आपसे, because I think it's very
and actually
special.
this book ends with a line from Kaifi Saab which encapsulates exactly what you are saying. Give up hope. हाँ मगर एक दिया नाम है जिसका उम्मीद झिलमिलाता ही चला जाता है. ये कैफी साहब ने फरमाया था. We can open the house to questions now. 2 bells have rung. No, is there a mic? Yes, please. Yeah.
I would like the translation in the last couplet. You said a garland of sandalwood. I think it should be, is it not right? Sandalwood arms garlanded me. Yeah.
अच्छा शुक्रिया आपका.
Thank you.
That stands the whole meaning.
जी.
Garland of sandalwood.
I'll come back to you. Yes, please. In the first row here, please.
With due apologies to Shabana ji and everybody and Kaifi Saab, this is a little taking off from where you said about the poem being written after the song. When I was researching my book on both Guru Dutt and S.D. Burman, learned that it was S.D. Burman who fell out with Sahir and said कि अभी से मैं धुन बनाऊंगा और तुम उसमें शब्द लिखोगी. So I'm just clarifying that.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, please, ma'am.
मैं कोई प्रश्न नहीं पूछूंगी, सिर्फ अपने
Rani's been a very close friend of my father.
कैफ साहब को मैं शायद कई जन्मों से जानती थी. बड़े खूबसूरत इंसान थे, एक बच्चे की तरह मासूम, एक संत की तरह संजीदा, एक आशिक की तरह कोमल और एक बागी की तरह बुलंद।
क्या बात।
वाह वाह वाह।
उनकी दुनिया में घटिया शायरी, ढोंगी लोगों के लिए कोई जगह नहीं थी। वो हर बात ईमानदारी से, सच्चाई से, बिना लफ्जों को चबाए बोल दिया करती।
क्या बात। थैंक यू।
बुत जो टूटे तो किसी तरह बना लेंगे, बुत जो टूटे तो किसी तरह बना लेंगे उन्हें, टुकड़े टुकड़े सही दामन में उठा लेंगे उन्हें, इस उजड़े हुए दिल में बसा लेंगे उन्हें। घर खुदा टूटा तो उसको न बना पाएंगे, घर खुदा टूटा तो उसको न बना पाएंगे, उसके बिखरे हुए टुकड़े न उठा पाएंगे। तुम उठा लो तो उठा लो शायद, तुम बना लो तो बना लो शायद, तुमने खुदा बनाया तो कैसा, अपने जैसा तो बनाया तो कयामत होगी। प्यार होगा ना, जमाने में मोहब्बत होगी, दुश्मनी होगी। Sorry, I should have read it from there. Please allow me to read it.
इसमें मेन बात यह है कि अपने जैसा बनाओगे तो कयामत होगी। We have very little time. Sorry, Rani. We'll have to take another question. Sorry.
Yes, please. The gentleman there has been raising, and after him, I'll come to you. He's been raising his hand for a while. Ji.
हेलो शबाना जी, आई एम सुमित भैया। नज़म तो मैम बहुत हमने सुनी है, एक गज़ल का एक उनका बड़ा फेमस शेर है कैफी साहब का, वो मैं सुनाना चाह रहा था। खारो खस तो उठे
रास्ता तो चले,
मैं अगर रुक गया काफिला तो चले, बेलचे लाओ खोलो जमी की तहें, मैं कहाँ दफनूं कुछ पता तो चले। खारो खस तो उठे रास्ता तो चले, मैं अगर थक गया काफिला तो चले, बेलचे लाओ खोलो जमी की तहें, मैं कहाँ दफनूं कुछ पता तो चले। और एक क्वेश्चन मैम मेरा ये है कि फेमिनिज्म की बात हुई तो हम अक्सर ये कहते हैं कि महिलाओं को पुरुषों के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर, या बेटियां बेटों से कम नहीं है, हम तुलना करते हैं। मैम तुलना हमेशा बड़ों के साथ की जाती है, हम ये दिखाते हैं तुलना मीन्स समथिंग लार्ज समथिंग बिग। तो हमें क्या इतना कहना काफी नहीं है कि समान अवसर प्रोवाइड करवाए जाएं, बजाय कि ये कहने के कि हमें पुरुषों के समान अवसर मिलने चाहिए, क्योंकि तुलना करना, तुलना मीन्स
सही, बिल्कुल सही बात है, बिल्कुल कह रहे हैं,
तुलना कर रहे हैं तो हम तुलना का मतलब है कि तुलना तो हमेशा बड़े के साथ की जाती है। और एक क्वेश्चन सुदीप जी के लिए ये है कि कैफी साहब ने जिस मनोदशा और जिन भावनाओं के साथ अपना सारा लिटरेचर या नज़में या गजलें लिखी, तो कोई भी अनुवादक क्या ये संभव है कि शब्द और व्याकरण का तो अनुवाद कर दे, लेकिन उस मनोदशा और भावनाओं का अनुवाद भी हो सकता है?
If you try very, very hard, no, the common answer is no, of course not. But if you try very hard, you know, it takes a long, long time to translate one poem, stanza by stanza. This book took 2 years to put together. It is possible. And why do I say this? A lot of our knowledge of the best German poetry, French poetry, Italian poetry, Latin American poetry is all through translations. We don't know these languages, we are just richer for it. So if we are getting that, see, the level of translation has to be of excellent quality. After that, we're talking about fine tuning and choice of mood, which is why we were talking about earlier that, you know, I had to do a lot of invention in the English language because there were compound phrases that I had to bring in. But to answer your question, I find a lot of translators very lazy. You can do it. It is possible.
Yes, the gentleman here, please.
Briefly, I was fascinated, you know, when we are talking about writing poetry to serve mankind and serve the people, not the market, becoming a slave of the market forces. Do you think you can see some sort of revival today to what your father's work, or in some sort of similar extent, when in the times we are having, the difficult times the nation is going through, like we have this we have communalism, and we have a lot of so many problems in the world today. Is there any chance for a revival of like your father's work and that trend today?
In fact, that is the exact atmosphere in which it will happen. Because अगर आपका कुछ रिबेल करने का है ही नहीं तो फिर आप चलते रहेंगे. जब आपकी तरफ से कैफी साहब का ही एक शेर है जो इसका जवाब देता है. होठों को सी के देखिए पछताइएगा आप. होठों को सी के देखिए पछताइएगा आप. हंगामे जाग उठते हैं अक्सर घुटन के बाद. तो यही वो माहौल है जिसमें ये आवाजें बुलंद होंगी.
Worst of the times and the best of the times for poets and artists. Yes, Simi.
Shivanaji, I've heard you tell a story once, and I just want you to repeat it because it's such a lovely story, about the time you were going for some march and you had a lot of fear inside you and you spoke to your father. आप जरा वो कहानी बताएंगे दोबारा?
I was, it was a march from Delhi to Meerut, and we were going against, speaking about the Malyana massacre that had happened. There was Swami Agnivesh, there was Asghar Ali Engineer, there was myself, and it was the first time that an actress was going to be walking the streets for 2 days, and everybody had told me that it would be very violent and यूपी में इस तरह से चलना बहुत ही मुश्किल हो जाएगा. And I was quite nervous. And when I went to the house, I could see that my mother was very tense, my brother was very tense, and then I went and just hugged my father from behind. And he turned my face and brought it to me and said, मेरी बहादुर बेटी डर रही है, जाओ तुमको कुछ नहीं होगा. Wow. And it was like as if it was a burst of oxygen that had been given into me, and the confidence with which he said it, believe me, nothing happened, and it was a very, very successful march. So there have been times like that when his few little words. Once I was on a hunger strike. They had demolished a slum in Bombay, and we were 5 of us on a hunger strike, and the government was not willing to listen to us at all, and they kept telling my mother, trying to blackmail her and say, we have so much regard for her as an actress, but these people are trying to bully her into this, we will never be able to do it. And then my mother rang up my father, who was in Patna, and he said, look at what your daughter is doing, and this is the 5th day of her hunger strike, her blood pressure is falling, you better come immediately. He sent a telegram saying, best of luck, comrade.
What a beautiful story. Yes, please. Gentlemen, here.
Adab, Shivana ji.
Adab.
मैं सुरेंद्र गिल 1963 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਟ੍ਰਾਈਲਿੰਗੁਅਲ ਮੁਸ਼ਾਇਰਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਚ ਕੈਫੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੇ ਸਜਾਦ ਜ਼ਹੀਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਆਈ ਵਾਸ ਕੁਆਇਟ ਯੰਗ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਤਿਆਰ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਦੋਂ ਸਟੇਜ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਅੰਦਾਜ਼ ਕੈਫੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਸਜਾਦ ਜ਼ਹੀਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਜੋ ਜਾਨ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਪਰ ਉਹ ਜੋ ਅੰਦਾਜ਼ੇ ਬਿਆਨ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਕਮਾਲ ਦਾ ਸੀ.
ਸਹੀ ਬਾਤ.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਣ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇੰਨਾ ਗ੍ਰੇਟ ਪਿਤਾ ਦੀ ਧੀ ਹੋ. ਔਰ ਇੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਦੱਸ ਦਿਆਂ ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਗੰਗਾ ਦੇ ਕਿਨਾਰੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੋਈ ਲਾਈ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਬਈ ਇਸਤਰੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕੀਆਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਨਜ਼ਮ ਲਿਖੀ ਸੀ ਗੰਗਾ ਦੇ ਕਿਨਾਰੇ 2 ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੀਪਾ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਿਵਾਨਾ ਗੰਗਾ ਦੇ ਕਿਨਾਰੇ 2 ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੀਪਾ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਿਵਾਨਾ ਅੱਜ ਖੜੀਆਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਯਾਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ. ਮੈਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਫੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀਆਂ यादां लिखो जे मेमोयर तुसीं लिखियां ने तो मैनूं दस दिओ.
मेरी मम्मी ने लिखे हैं. वो आप हिंदी पढ़ते हैं?
हाँ जी पढ़ते.
हिंदी में है याद की रह गुजर, वो मैं जरूर आपको भेजूंगी.
ठीक है, थैंक यू.
अच्छी बात.
किताब आप लोगों की वो कैफी और जानिसार भी तो
वो तो आने वाली है.
जी. Are there any other questions? Yes, Shubdeep has written, Kaifi Saab was very fond of Mont Blanc.
I want to bring this aspect in that, we are talking about, high ideals, revolutionary concepts and so on. But even a poet who was earning 40 rupees, we are all mortals. We are all allowed our obsessions. And Kaifi Saab loved Mont Blanc pens fountain pens. Not just one, he had 18 of them. And not just that, people go to parlors, beauty parlors and so on. He would send these pens to the New York fountain pen factory to be serviced. Hospital to be serviced. So can you imagine the kind of dichotomy? But that is the beauty of the man, you know. So in any case, the fountain pen at the back of the book actually belongs to my grandfather. At the end of, the translation bit was fine, but as a poet, I thought, what better way can I pay a homage to a great man? And this is my homage, which is a poem in English. It's called Mont Blanc for Café Azmi on its 100th birth anniversary. Blue-black ink tip of your fountain pen's nib etches words on your sepia notebook, lines outliving the instrument itself. Ink slow fills the belly of your pen, its capillary pressure coursing through the gold nib, the unseen veins parting, leaking words, phrases, lyrics, lines. Lines singing, protesting, plowing Azamgar in your ancestral mizwa, sustenance for body, mind, soul. Your writing tools periodically shipped far to New York Fountain Pen Hospital, a facelift, pristine architecture restored, 18 Mont Blancs to remember you by. I vividly recollect the first inscription you penned for me on a photocopied flyleaf of your out-of-print poetry chapbook. The subtle seduction of Urdu's cursive script, its parabolic slants, serifs, your hand scripting codes for life. Your lyrics rose, guzzles, mellifluous, sonorous baritone, your nib, fertile, metrical, sharp, sure. Poetry's passion, a love I shared with a man I never met, but crossed paths through the measure of his ink on a page. I recall my ma powerfully elocuting your nazm, Aurat. Ut meri jaan, mere saath hi chalna hai tujhe. Rise, my beloved, with me you must walk along.
Thank you very much, and thank you all very much. Brother, outside, the best tribute you can pay to the author, to the editors, to buy the books and get them signed. ख़वातीन और हज़रात, वो लोग बहुत खुशकिस्मत थे जो इश्क को काम समझते थे या काम से आशिकी करते थे। हम जीते जी मसरूफ रहे, कुछ इश्क किया, कुछ काम किया। काम इश्क के आड़े आता रहा और इश्क से काम उलझता रहा, फिर तंग आकर आखिर हमने दोनों को अधूरा छोड़ दिया। फैज साहब ने अपने बारे में कहा था, लेकिन कैफी साहब ने इश्क पर काम दोनों मुकम्मल किया। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप सबका।
Volunteers, don't let people come ahead.
And on this Ishqiya note,
बोलो यार, इनको नहीं आने चाहिए लोगों को। still coming.
Thanks PPT कर दी?
Okay, it's my pleasant duty to thank everybody, but first of all to thank the audience, marvelous audience. We have never in all the 8 lit fests had such a big audience ever before. From the first morning till the last session. Once about Shabana, many years ago this was, I invited her to come. It was something to do with family planning, and I knew that, it's something which involves her. So she came without any hesitation, and there I made a prediction that one day, this was some years back, one day Shabana will be our president of the country. I said that then, and I'm sure it will come true. So Shabana ji, thank you so much for coming here. I would also, since Manisha was here from Nepal, I don't know how many of you people know that Kasoli was once a part of the Gurkha kingdom of Nepal. And her forefathers ruled over Kasoli. In fact, the first Gurkha battalion, I think, was formed in Sabatu, which you can see from here after a really bitter battle with the British, and because the Gurkhas were so brave, they inducted them into their army. And they took over Kasoli, the British, to take on the Sikhs, who were the last people that they defeated. So Kasoli in many ways is historic for that reason. Now I better go and thank all those who made this Lit Fest possible. Can we start? The Brigadier and Mrs. Naveen Mahajan first of all. New Brigadier who's helped us. We've had unstinted support of all the brigadiers, and the first one is here, who's now a Lieutenant General, who's Anant Narayan and Aparna, who's the one who began this Lit Fest. Brigadier Vikram and Ruchi Sharma, who were the earlier brigadiers here. The managing committee and members of the club, patron of the Kasoli Club, they've been helped. Patron of Kasoli Club Managing Committee, you've just seen that. Abhilasha Kapoor, Ajwani Luthra, Brigadier Jaspreet Baba, Colonel Jasbir Singh Likhari, Gunbir Singh Sodhi, who's here, I see him. Colonel RPS Man, who also sees around here. Colonel Sudhanshu Randev, T.S. Anand. Thank you all. Anant Narayan, and Aparna, I've already mentioned. They're here. Major General Anil Chaudhary, Colonel Tomar, our new secretary, who's helped us so much. All our previous brigadiers and wives are speakers, all of whom you see there. They're all there. And then supported by friends of KSLF, Meridian Hotel, Sun Foundation, I can't quite read that. Sahitya Academy, Romy, can you go back? Sahitya Academy, Vita Biotics, Kasoli Club, Paras, Biostat, I can't quite read that, but Yusuf and every year they come. Farida Hamid Foundation, he's the head of Sipla. Quantum Papers, Ajit Singh, Soba Singh Public Charitable Trust, Set Properties, Kim Lali, Rita and Arun Duggal, who live in Kasoli, always been our supporters, Prem Shankar Jha, myself, Kiran Chadda, who's come all the way from Dalhousie, Ramesh Dadlani with Fertility Services, Endoscopy Services, BV and Dipankar Sharma, veteran, Lieutenant Colonel Dipankar Ghosh, Una Vanderberg, Mahi Mara. Una is here with us. They've all come all the way from London. Okay, Kasoli Resort, Romy Gill, Birdview, Rishma Gill, Mystic Pines, Monisha and Sunil Bhaskar, Neela Mehta, Seven Pines, Cloud9, Neeraj Ghai, Vikram Bakshi, Brigadier Dhaliwal, Colonel Hemant Aluwalia, Datlo Castle. The bookshop, Full Circle, which has been selling the books there. 1469, the people who've been selling, very creative people, Harinder and Kiran. Big FM, radio, Education World brings out beautiful magazine on education. Growtrees.com, Priyanka, Pooja and team, Kiran and Harinder Singh, Surakshna, Gitish Chopra, RJ Chalani, Bharati and Dilip Thakur, Nida, Pradeep Shah and Karan Shah. Speaking books, Speaking Tiger, publication Renuka Chatterjee, Ravi Singh, gifts from Miru Gokhale, Ranjana Sengupta, Preeti Chaturvedi, Niti Kumar, Shantanu Ray Chaudhary, Swati Chopra, Peter Modali, Tunika Guha. Big Rocks, Event Management, Entertainment, SBI, Social Media, City Woofer, Internet Service Provider, Airwaves, Internet. We didn't finish. Can you go back there? Live Stream 11, Sommelier India, the wine magazine. Jacob's Creek, the wine that you've been having, Kingfisher beer, Colonel Rathore, constant supporter, beverages, Pepsi, Shekhar Mundle, Om Jha, Barna, wine also. Himachali wine, new wine. Panti Pasricha, another resident of Kasoli, Meera and Suresh Bajaj always helped us with accommodation and meals. Vaikunt, Rekha and Rana Jolly, who hosted the opening evening. That I can't quite read. Some resort. Glenview hosted us. Rocky and Sonu Chimney hosted us last evening. Sarovar Resorts. Sonu and Rocky Chimney. Ajay Bakaya and his wonderful team. Sarovar. Our audience, 1,000 every day. They have really made this the success of this Lit Fest. Our very supportive media, we've had beautiful coverage from the media, publishers David Davidar, Vasundhara, Raj Bagra, Alice Book Company, Rupa, Juggernaut, Chigi Sarkar, Nandini Mehta, Natasha of Juggernaut. Publishers, ITI Khurana, Amazon, Satish Sundaram, Shweta Bhagat, Neha Khanna, Nyogi, Krishnan Dinyogi and so many more. Our entertainers, Soul's Diet. Thank you Niru for bringing them here. Nirupama Dutt, one of our constant supporters, and the Vibration Group came all the way from Singapore, I think. Sufi Kowal.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sufi Kowal and dancer this morning. What a marvelous, thank you Kiran Chadda for sponsoring and bringing them here. Dhruv Kent and live band, courtesy Geeta Kripalani.
Thanks if you...
And curating consultant Mani Shankaraya, who's been here all along, Madhur Bedi, Mala Dayal. Creative consultants, you've seen 1469, Harinder and Kiran Bedi. Entertainment consultant, Nirupama Dutt, I mentioned, Rajesh Dogar, another constant person who lives in Kasoli, Geeta Kripalani. Military consultant, General Atta Hasnain, who I think you've heard at one of the sessions, squadron leader, Rana Chinna. Navtej Sarna, Punjab consultant, Rupinder Singh also, who is here. Ashwini Kumar and team, the internet, live streaming, volunteers, pure volunteers, website Prabhakar. Kishi and Neena Singh, media, helped us with media coverage, Ajay Bhardwaj also. Bookshop, photography, Ajay Bhatia has been here almost every year, I think. Our volunteers again, Leela Kuti, Rachna Tandon. And our volunteers, I'd like the volunteers to please come up on the stage. Pure volunteers who, without whom this Lit Fest would not have succeeded. Ashima Bhatt, who leads the volunteers. Volunteers from Sholini University. Then all volunteers. And Meenu Talwar, who's here next to me who compared all 3 days and who some of you might be remember from her Doordarshan days. She was one of the announcers on Doordarshan, newsreader on Doordarshan, and she's been our compare right throughout. Done a marvelous job. Ashwini Kumar, Pune, social media. Ashwini, is Ashwini somewhere here?
Ashwini.
Yeah, anyway, I'd like to recognize, there he is, hiding away somewhere, raising his hand. Social media has been his and his team who've done all the work for social media. All the live streaming, everything that you'll now also be seeing, it's all done by Ashwini there. Our professional team, Amit Sood, who's done this very many times before, and his entire team who are there. Can Amit come up on stage, please? I'd like, and any of your team, please come up. Sumit Soni, Hari Sood, Shweta, Sudhi, Smiti, Ishan, Gurpreet, Anmol, Ashdeep, Vani, Mahi, Rishika, Ashish. Amit is our event manager actually, and all the marvelous sound that we've had, the staging, everything has been thanks to Amit. So any of you who want to have a good event manager, Amit is there. Okay. Travel, Amar Bindra and Info Trans Asia, they took care of all our travel. Our professional team publicity, Rahul Goba and the Saints. Rahul, are you here? Yes. Rahul Goba? Please come up on stage, and if your team is there, I'd like to, Rahul Goba and the Saints. Okay, Rahul, lovely. Again, he's available for anybody who wants to hire him for what he does. Yeah. He's the publicity. Rahul Goba has been doing our publicity, all our publicity, all the names I read out to you earlier were all provided by him to us. A book partner, Full Circle, I've already mentioned, they're there, they've been selling all these books. Our trustees at KSF, Mrs. Charanjit Singh, Purushottam Dheer, Anand Sethi, Ashok Chopra, Anand Sethi, been here all along. Puneet Veer Singh, who's also been here, Varun Kotaria, myself and Nilufar, the one, the wonderful club staff, housekeeping, food and beverages, the reception and the gate staff, and Gurdas, the man who keeps a hawk eye on whether you've got the proper dress code, abiding by the proper dress code. Thank you for everybody for helping us. I think that's the end.
Yes, sir announced actually. Sir announced automatically.
Special slide.
The slide was there, but sir announced.
And please come next year again. It's the weekend after the Sanar Founders Day. We don't know exactly the date, but it's the weekend following Sanar Founders Day. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
I mean, it was there. Actually, he mentioned it, then the screen was there, and then you turned, and nobody